What's up guys, welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. Gimmick puppets, they have been on my list for a long time now and they finally got some nice support. Basically, there are two versions you can play. A Machina version with gear frame and so on. And as you see here, a CXyz version with rank up magic. I chose the latter because it's much more interesting and has much more raw power, as you will see in the duels. Okay, game number one. The first opponent is playing Satella Knights. I think I get the start, yeah, immediately trade in right off the bat, setting up that Duel from the grave. And then duplication. Duplication, very powerful. You have two targets for duplication in the deck. And I'm not going to special summon my spirit to my field. Instead, I'm going to trade in and draw 2 extra cards with a small chance of drawing into the rank up magic spell card. Since that would be much better than making just a second puppet exceed. And I do, so I immediately go for Ultima Trainer, and Ultima Trainer is the boss. It cannot be targeted by card effects, so no Archetype or for example. And once per turn you can just detach a card to draw one card. And if it's a monster, your opponent will get an extra burn damage of 800. So I make, Killer, but he has a bottomless, but I can take back my rank up magic card from my grave. And unfortunately he does play Excalibur, so he's able to attack over the Ultima Trainer. No big deal. Normal summon the Scissor Hands and already special summon the doll from my hand, since now I control the Archetype and then I'm not able to special summon the doll from my hand. So I go for Archetype, and I think it's, I don't know the card, Tyrant's Temper or something like that. And I go for another CXyz, maybe a bit too risky, since he does, still has that one back row. I take my chance, and no defense since it was an MST, so good game. Next, my opponent is playing Insector, so the normal opening play, normal summon Scissor and set up the Deary Doll in your grave, and I think I'm going to set the MST and Trap Stun. MST and Trap Stun very important in this deck, since the deck has a very big weakness to back row heavy decks, and MST right off the bat because of the Trap Stun set. And special summon Spirit, make the Laval Chain 0 just in case, and go for Killer, deal 1800 damage, and immediately go for Ultima Trainer again. So draw an extra card, I believe it was a Trap Stun. He also has the Horn setup, and we know that he's going to draw his Dragonfly because of the Laval Chain. So I'm going to activate my Trap Stun right off the bat, since we know he has a Hornet in grave and he cannot target my Ultima Trainer with the Hornet. But he did have Ladybug in hand, so now he's able to go for any kind of exceed he wants. But yeah, as said, Ultima Trainer cannot be targeted, so we cannot go for Archetype or whatever. And he goes for Master Key Beetle. I don't know why, maybe his only option. And he only has 3-4 attack left. And special summon another strings to my side of the field and get my rank up magic from the grave back to my hand, and that's game over. Next, my opponent is playing Light Sworns. Light Sworns with a lot of back row. Obviously going to Phoenix Chain is Lila, not going to Mill, not letting Mill destroy one of my back rows, and right off the bat activate the random MST on his back row, since at that moment, I see that he's playing Light Sworns, and normally Light Sworns don't play that much back row, and as said, Gimmick puppets do have a lot of weaknesses against back row heavy decks, so just MST one of their back rows. That's one less trap card you have to worry about. So I grind through his back row and again get that Ultima Trainer to the field, draw an extra card, he gets 800 burn damage, and he draws a useful, not so useful Soul Recharge, just in case. Normal summon the Scissor and attack for game, no response, so no Tragodia or whatever, so good game. Next, Chaos Dragons, and he gets a nice start. He's going to set up a Plague Engrave and 2 back rows. Again, random MST the first set. Again, most of the time their first set is the better card, and if it's a Warning or a Bottomless, then that's again one less card to worry about. Again, go for the CXyz Ultima Trainer, the nice draw engine. You cannot target it by card effects, so no Chaos, no BLS or whatever. And set the trade-in and the Phoenix Chain, the trade-in as a possible bluff, since I thought that the back row was another MST. And he goes for Beazle, and Beazle is a big threat for this deck, since all of my Chaos puppets destroy cards, destroy my opponent's monsters. And I activated Ultima Trainer's effect and drew a card, so now the Beazle is at 3-8 attack, but he's only at 2200 life points, so I go for Heaven Strings, activate its effect and put a counter on all the monsters on the field, and then CXyz for Doom Strings. And Doom Strings is also a monster. When special summoned, all monsters on the field with string counters are destroyed, and my opponent gets burn damage equal to the monster with the highest original, with the highest attack. It's the original attack. So that's 3k to the face. So good game. Next, opponent is playing. I have really no idea. Yeah, he's probably a beast deck. I have no clue. So again, set up my Ultima Trainer play, draw an extra card to set the bottomless, very solid. Then my turn again. He's only going to set the double back row upstart. And yeah, unfortunately it does have the torrential set, but the Ultima Trainer already paid off, netting me 2 extra draws. And yeah, I think 1 or 2 Duels set up in the grave, so that's perfect. I normal summon Dumpty. In Dumpty, when it's normal summoned, I can special summon 1 Gimmick puppet from my hand, so special summon Duel, and then I also don't know why he activated his call there, since now I can just kill it with Killer. And then again CXyz for the second Ultima Trainer, draw an extra card and deal a lot of damage in the process. He drops his Tragodia and sets 1 monster. I was thinking, yeah, it's probably another hamster or maybe a Raikou, so first get that draw off, draw into the MST, get rid of his back row, and then yeah, special summon both Duels to the field and make another CXyz, Grinder. And Grinder is also a beast. You can destroy 1 card from the opponent by detaching a card, and if that card is a monster, your opponent will get burn damage equal to the original attack of the monster. And that's enough, so I can attack over his Tragodia, and Ultima Trainer attacks for game. So good game. Next, this was one of the best tools I've had with the deck. Looking at my opening hand, that's a terrible opening hand. And as soon as I see that he's playing zombies, like the Dark Turbo variant, that spams Beazle like crazy, I thought, yeah, he's going for double Beazle first turn, so it's game over, but he doesn't. So I still have a chance with double Horn and the Fiendish Chain set. I'm forced to Fiendish Chain his Lavalval Chain, because I don't want to let him set up another Mizuki for the Plague. There is the first Horn on the first Beazle, and he's going for a second. So the second Horn on the Beazle, and he's going to set 1 monster. Could be anything, maybe a Plague Spreader, although that would have been strange since he could normal summon it when the Malicious was on the field. And then attack over it. So it's a Goblin Zombie, not that good, and on top of that he also draws a Mizuki, again setting up his grave. And he attacks with Goblin and mills a top card, hopefully not a monster. And he mills a Chunk Puppet. Chunk Puppet would not have been useful, and I think I have a gazillion outs in my deck to save me from this situation, and Machine Duplication is one of them. So dupli 3 Duels and go for Giant Killer, destroy both his Lavalval Chains, so he gets 3600 of burn damage. Go for Grinder just in case he does have a Prison or the Mirror Force set. I also said it in the chat, yeah, it's probably the Mirror Force, right? So make another Puppet Exceed, go for Ultima Trainer and attack for game. So pretty nice, delicious, too sweet, yeah, nice comeback. Okay, good game. The next duel. My opponent is playing Woojins, and I get to start, yeah. So standard opening play, normal summon Scissors and mill the Duel, and I believe set the Trap Stun. Obviously the first turn MST by the opponent. Nothing new there. My turn again, normal summon Scissors. Okay, so now I can start. Special summon Duel and special summon the other doll from my hand, go for strings. Maybe going for Ultima Trainer was a bit better here just to get an extra draw. But yeah, go for Doom Strings. Deals 5k damage in the process, like the 1-7 burn damage and the 3-3 from the attack. That's very sweet, the big strength of the deck, this, yeah, the strength of the deck has. He goes for Susano. Susano, a big threat since he can attack all my Gimmick Puppet monsters, all my CXyz at the same time. Again, because I have the Rank Up Magic set up in my grave and he has a Herring Grave, go for Killer and try to destroy Susano, which he banishes the hair, activated the second time, and yeah, burn damage for the win. So 2-4 from the Giant Killer and I believe 2k from Grinder. So that's pretty sick right there. I think the last duel of the video, and this duel just takes the cake. I get to start immediately, go to set up my Duel and duplication to special summon the strings to my side of the field and draw into the Rank Up Magic spell card and immediately go for Ultima Trainer. if you see a chance to go for Ultima Trainer first turn, definitely do it, since yeah, your opponent cannot target it by card effects, so it probably will stay on the field, and yeah, it nets you an extra draw every turn. So I'm going to finish his Lumina, and when I see his Redux, okay, he's going to attack over my Gyarados on the field, but he doesn't. So a minor mistake on his part, since now I can destroy his Redux with Killer and just make a second Ultima Trainer. So deal a lot of damage in the process, and again netting a nice draw engine thanks to both Ultima Trainers. Finishing his monster, so if he does have another dragon here, one of the Chaos Dragons, Wyburst or Collapse Serpent, he can go for Excite-Knight, but luckily he doesn't, so this is pretty much game over unless he has Honest, so just in case, Spirit his monster to 0 attack and make Felgrand. Overkill right here, so good game, pretty much yeah, nothing he could do there. Okay, so let's see the deck list. I've made some minor changes to a regular Chaos Puppet build. This works out best for me, but you can definitely adjust the card choices to your playstyle and choice. Our level 8 Spirit gives the deck yeah, rank 8, the rank 8 engine a huge boost. It also makes making Felgrand a bit more easy and has a nice effect to make one monster from the opponent's 0 attack. But it does have the downside of not being able to be special summoned from the hand when there is a monster in your grave that's not a machine. And I'm mainly looking at Lavalva Chain here, or Felgrand, or even Ultima Trainer. But the drawback is pretty much peanuts compared to the boost it gives the deck. I like it a lot. 3 Scissors also seems a bit too much. I added a third one during testing and I definitely don't regret it. Solid Foolish Burial for Gyarados and sets up more rank 4 and 8 Exceed plays. I'm only playing 2 Duplication. It's a very important card for the OTKs, but I had experience that it clocked a bit too much. You have 2 targets for it, it's Gyarados and Dumpty. The deck is very strong and can OTK from nowhere due to its burn damage and high attack beaters. The deck is also very weak to back row heavy decks, so MST and trap stuns are very important. You can definitely draw a crappy hand of all puppets, for example, that's very possible, but one card can change everything, like for example a Trade-in, a Duplication, Scissorhands and Dumpty. I decided not to main deck Reckless Greed. I see people main decking it because you need to draw into your combo piece as fast as possible, but I think Reckless Greed has too many drawbacks in this deck. Drawing multiple is obviously nice, but if you don't draw what you need when you activate one, you're stuck for the next 2 turns. And the biggest weakness Gimmick puppets have is that they're weak mid and late game, if they destroy your setup, that is. And also because of running Reckless, the deck suffers in the lack of defense. Some people might add a Swift Scarecrow or Battle Fader, but I don't like those in here. As you saw, making Ultima Trainer is very easy. The card has 3800 attack and cannot be targeted by card effects. Back that up with, for example, a Blackhorn or a Phoenix Chain, for example, or any kind of back row that I'm running, as opposed to Battle Fader or Swift Scarecrow, or even Reckless Greed. Ultima Trainer is a very big threat then, and it's also a nice draw engine on top of that. So that's why I don't like running Reckless Greed, and to my mind it's either a hit or a miss card. Other possibilities for the main deck are Birdman and Black Salvo. It opens up going for Black Rose or Star Eater, so not bad. A third Duplication and Reckless Greed for the main deck if you want, but I didn't like those. Yeah, okay, that's it. Definitely try out the deck. It's very cool and worth a test, guys. Okay, thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Leetum signing out.